Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have a food pantry haul for you. This is our county-run food pantry. They allow you to come in twice a month. The first date is a set day every month. I think it's the first Monday of the month. And you get set items. So you get so many cans of this and whatnot, and they put them on your cart and you walk out. You don't get a choice in what you get. The second day, you get to choose what day you come in from the days that they are open, and you get to choose what you get. They will have like a set amount of certain things on each shelf, but you get to choose from that shelf what you want. So let's jump in and see what we were blessed with today. So we each got 1 gallon of milk, and then you also got 2 dozen eggs if you wanted them. We have chickens, and our chickens are laying gobs and gobs of eggs right now, so we passed on that. And then you could get 1 thing of yogurt. On the vegetables shelf, you could get 1 off of each shelf, so I did some grape tomatoes and some asparagus spears. You got to pick 2 non-food items, and that ranges from toilet paper to sanitary products to vitamins and like over-the-counter medication, those kind of things. And then they had toothbrushes, and they had little kids' toothbrushes. So I went ahead and picked up those because I have little kids, and we will definitely use that. We got to pick out 1 meat, and so I chose this party pack of brats because I have a big family. We have 7 in our house, so I knew that we would definitely use that. And then he asked, because we're a larger family, they keep back some of these larger pieces of meat. So like we've gotten like a pork loin before, we've gotten a whole ham or a whole turkey, those kind of things. Things that they know a larger family will be able to consume all of before it goes bad. And so he brought this out for me. That is a boneless half-butt roast. So tell me what to do with this, because I don't know. I would assume like roast with like potatoes and carrots and those kind of things in the crock pot. But let me know if there's something different than that. We got to pick a breakfast item. So I picked this granola. My kids really like this brand. And then we could pick 4 things off of kind of this shelf that has a lot of like pasta products, usually more like your starches. So I did a can of tuna. They had a limit of 1 of these. Otherwise, I probably would have just taken 4 cans of tuna because obviously 1 can is not going to feed my whole family. But I just took 1. Okay, hang on just a second. My door just blew open. It's super windy today, so I'm going to go close it. Sorry, our front door blows open and the kids are outside playing and being loud, so... Anyway, I also picked this thing of au gratin potatoes because I thought that would make a good, easy side dish for my kids for dinner one evening. Lentils is something that this may be a controversial one. I sprout these and feed them to my chickens. They always have tons and tons of lentils, and so it's something that I can... By sprouting them, it makes them so much more, and then it's a nice green for my chickens that then lay me some delicious eggs. So I chose that. I know that's controversial on feeding that to chickens, but the chickens then lay us gobs and gobs of eggs, and I would rather eat eggs than lentils. I think pretty much everybody would agree with that one. These 3 mac and cheese actually were all counted as 1, and so I chose that as something for, especially my bigger kids, to have for a snack. Or I can do them as an option for like if we do leftovers for lunch on Sundays and we don't have a whole lot of leftovers, I can throw one of those in the microwave and that can count as a side dish. On a shelf, they have a shelf that is like miscellaneous stuff. It is everything from sprinkles to water enhancers to seasonings, salad dressings. It just kind of covers a whole lot of everything. And so I chose a bag of flour because I can always use that and it goes so far. You could pick 4 vegetables. So I did 2 cans of peas and 2 cans of black beans because those are the ones my family uses most. You could pick 1 fruit, and this counted as a fruit. And I was so excited to see this because my kids love these. And then my 2 youngest, we take some different supplements vitamins, those kind of things. And I have one that's in capsules that they can't swallow. So I squirt a little bit of applesauce out into a cup and mix it into that, and they can take it like that. So we use a lot of those. And then they have a shelf that's kind of like condiments, ketchup, mustard, mayo, peanut butter, salad dressings can be on there sometimes, that kind of thing. And you can pick 2 off of that. So I picked mustard and peanut butter, because peanut butter in my house is like a hot commodity. Bread items. We could pick 2 dessert items. So I picked these mixed berry hand pies. I just thought those sounded delicious. And those will go in the freezer, and my kids can have those for breakfast. They just pull one out of the package and put it in the toaster oven to heat it up, and they're good. And then I did this one because I thought it would be something fun for the kids to do, just as something different. So we're going to make and decorate cookies. We could pick out 2 bread items. So I did this thin sliced whole wheat bread, and then this I will slice open this direction and I use it as pizza crust. And it makes a great piece of crust. It is a pretty hard loaf, so that could be interesting. We'll see. And then we could pick out 2 snack items. So my kids really like these Made Good red velvet cookies, and they are in like individual packs. So those go in the snack box. And then we needed tortilla chips, and those looked good, so we chose those. You could pick 1. We got 7 bottles of water, 1 for each member of our household, and then you could pick 7 other drinks as well. So I did 2 of these little mini Pepsis, Diet Pepsis that my husband will drink. These, one of my kiddos said, oh, can we get those? So I got those. They said that sounded yummy. And then I picked up 2 of those for me, and then this one big one for me. Okay. So I am actually going to put this away, and then I'm going to come back with another round, a small round of stuff that needs a different explanation, and you'll see what I mean. Hang on just a minute. Okay, so outside they have a table that is a take as much as you want table. And they've always got quite a bit of stuff out there that it's just like miscellaneous stuff that they just don't have. They have either an excessive amount of, or there's no like rhyme or reason to it on where it would go. So they put it out there and they tell you just take whatever you want off of that table. So this was out and I forgot to show it. This is a can of tomato sauce. And it's, I would assume it's there because it's got a big dent in it, but he actually brought it out to me and said, hey, why don't you take one of these? Because he knows we're a big family, and I will probably end up opening it and canning it or freezing it, because there's no way we're going to use it all in one setting, but awesome. They also had these bottles of kefir out there, so I picked up 3 of those, and my kids will just use these more than likely in in smoothies, but you can also just drink them, and they're quite tasty. These are plain, so a lot of times the ones that you see in the grocery store have like fruit in them mixed in. So there were 2 pairs of tights that will fit my little girl, and then she came out and said there was quite a few. There was some, like a whole box of loaves of rye bread, and then a bunch of croissants and a bunch of naan. And she said, please take as much as you possibly want, because they're open on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and today was Thursday. And she said everything that's on this table, if it doesn't get used today, it gets thrown away, or anything that they can, they will take, and they have some farmers that they take it to that feed it to their chickens, their pigs, anything like that. So she's like, take as much as you want. And I was like, okay. So I use the mini naan for pizza crusts for my kids, and they work great. I will just throw those in the freezer, and they will live there until we're ready for them. We picked up 1 thing of these croissants, and then another of the everything bagel croissants, and those will go in the freezer, and my kids will eat those for breakfasts, or I can use them like to make lunch meat sandwiches, or chicken salad, egg salad, those kind of things. And then these were like giant croissants, and those I will definitely use as bread. I'm actually going to bust some of those out for lunch today. So then the other thing is they had one of these sitting out, and she saw me take it and then the one that I showed you earlier. And she said, she goes, do you like that stuff? And I was like, yeah, I do. It's my soda alternative. I have to eat low carb for blood sugar reasons. And so I don't drink soda at all. I don't even drink diet soda. And so she's like, do you want a whole case of it? And I was like, sure. And I was thinking like a 6-pack. No. It's more than a 6-pack. Let's see here. It's 4, 8, 12 in each one of these. And there's a whole case of lemon and then a whole case of the cherry lime. And I was like, she brought one out to me and I was like, oh, thank you so much. And she's like, hang on, I'll be right back. And she brought the other one out to me. And it's just one of those where this is the same place that I have gone before, that anytime that they have seltzer water, sparkling water, those kind of things, she'll tell me, nobody else takes this. Nobody else wants it. They all want the Gatorades and the sodas and the juice and those kind of things. And she's like, whenever she gets some in, she purposely tries to, she doesn't hold it back for me by any stretch. She'll put it out, but she tries to remember when I come in to go pull out any extra that they have. So I am just tickled pink because now I have all of that to drink and I'm so excited. I told her this is my I try to drink like one sparkling water a day kind of thing. It's my treat. I even, especially during the summer, I require myself to drink so much water throughout the day before I will allow myself the sparkling water at the end of the day. So I'm just, yay, I'm so excited about having all of that. So, and I will definitely share some of that with my kids. My husband does not like sparkling water. He says it tastes like TV static. So, but yeah, once again, it was just one of those where she's like, take it all. And I was like, I am not going to say no. So we ended up with a bunch of bread stuff, which is so nice just on the kids. For breakfast, I usually have muffins and croissants and those kind of things in the freezer. They get out one of those, some kind of fruit and some kind of protein. Here lately, it's been a whole lot of eggs. And like my oldest 3 kids can all cook eggs. My 13, 11, and 8-year-old all know how to make eggs. So a lot of times they're even, while I'm getting dressed and ready for the day, they're making breakfast for even the little 2 guys. So it just makes for a nice, quick, and easy breakfast. So, all right, I am going to go put this stuff away and then get some lunch made. So thank you so much for watching this. If you guys need help, if you're struggling to make ends meet, if you're working your butt off, my husband worked so hard for us and I worked so hard here to save us money, and you're still just not quite making it, please reach out and get some help. It's worth it. It's a humbling experience. I cried the first time I went to the food pantry because I was so mortified that I was doing this. And then I cried on the way home because I felt so loved and taken care of. And I still give hugs and say thank you and still get teary-eyed quite often on silly things like sparkling water. That is just so nice knowing that my family is being fed and that food is being kept out of dumpsters. And yeah, so, all right. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.